Another day of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. On the stand today, an employee at the Intercontinental Hotel and the former chief financial officer of Combs Enterprises. Time now to examine the key legal strategies that we saw playing out in court today. We have Brian Buckmire playing the defense, Bernarda Villalona playing prosecutor. Bernarda, we're going to start with you. We got to talk about that video, the 2016 hotel video. Today we learned how Combs allegedly was able to get it. What do you think of it all?
Eva, today was pure bombshells. I mean, when I talk about riveting testimony, inside of that courtroom, you can hear a pin drop when Eddie Garcia was actually testifying. I think what shocked us the most, and I think what did Diddy in, was the fact that it was Sean Combs who directly called the security guy to try to get that video. Not just one time, not just two times, but multiple times. And then to take it a step further, he's the one who meets with the security guy and actually gets the USB from him. And actually, he's the one who gives the money to the security guy. So before we were thinking, oh, it's probably one of Sean Combs' employees, or maybe it was security that works for him, or maybe KK. No, Sean Combs was directly involved in arranging for this payoff and to get that thumb drive. And he knew what was going on was actually wrong.
Brian?
I mean, how did he know what was going on was wrong?
Because he said it will ruin his career. It could ruin his actual career going to that extent.
Think about every person in Sean Combs' life. And this, I think, this is a spin the defense has to argue here. Everyone that's a celebrity, if we had bad press on us and we're nowhere close to Diddy, it could ruin our career. So I think what the defense is going to position here is this about controlling and furthering a criminal enterprise, or is this about protecting a celebrity's image? Because a celebrity, if his dirty drawers are outside in the street, that could destroy his reputation.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then get your other people to do it. Get legal to do it. Get your security to do it. Your chief of staff to do it. But he said, this is so important to me that I am going to handle this.
He's a control freak. And I think the other thing the defense is raising too is in the NDA, I think it's a bit of a stretch, but an argument nonetheless, and you'll see who's gonna bite, is that in the NDA, the NDA argument, is this about bribing a witness? And what they're saying is the NDA does not inhibit the person from testifying in front of the jury, testifying in front of the government, testifying if the law enforcement asks.
Yeah, but the crime was already done before they even signed the NDA, because he got into conversations with them and says, look, I need to get that tape. I need to make sure it is the only copy. It cannot get out there.
But it wasn't the only copy.
Well, he thought it was the only copy. That's the issue. He thought it was the only copy. Had it been the only copy, we wouldn't be here today.
Okay, so one of the other points that the defense raised was that police didn't come to the hotel, that Garcia said he spoke to Cassie about it all, and he said she told him, quote, she had a movie coming out and it wasn't a good time for this to come out and she wanted it to go away. Bernarda, her not appearing to want to report this, does that factor at all in here?
So it does factor into it, but remember, we had the testimony, the prosecution put on that expert, Dr. Hughes, to testify about why a person who's been a victim of domestic violence, been a victim of being beaten by their partner, why they wouldn't want to come forward and to cooperate, that it takes many times before they finally report it or actually decide that they want to leave this relationship. And in the end, regardless whether she wanted to report it or not, because we have that visual that everyone has seen of Sean Combs beating her, there's no way around it.
Brian, you're being so quiet today.
I'm trying my best. No, because all this is yes. Is that the application of it? Sure. But also, she is a celebrity in her own right as well. Does she want this press out there? There's also the aspect of Sean Combs is protecting not only his image, he's also protecting that of the artist that he has. And so the defense is going to make the argument here is this is not, again, about a criminal enterprise. Is this bad? Yes. The defense has already given that up. This is a bad look all around. This is domestic violence, but this isn't a criminal enterprise. This isn't furthering freak-offs. This is about a legitimate business of having an enterprise, a music artist, having a business, whatever it may be, and protecting that from the public.
Well, the main point that you got from today is the obstruction of justice for the racketeering conspiracy. So you got 2 points today: obstruction of justice, and that there was a criminal enterprise in the sense that you put KK, security, and Sean Combs all in one room.
That's only if you try to color this as a crime and not as a business of trying to protect the people from bad press.
But that's what the prosecutor, when you start piling on all these different instances, it's not just one unique one-off. We're talking about multiple occasions of crimes taking place that ultimately is going to add up and all be this big criminal enterprise. enterprise.
I'm talking about trying to hide information from the public. Yes, freak-offs, those are also aspects of this criminal enterprise, but keeping information from the public. Are you sure beyond a reasonable doubt that he's keeping information from the public to hide a criminal enterprise or to hide bad press so that they can still do their business?
It's a combination of all of it.
Okay,
You need
so
all of it.